bless you, beloved of God. Today is another beautiful, beautiful Monday, another beautiful week that God has blessed us with. By His grace, by His kindness, by His faithfulness, this day we live, we are alive, we are hopeful, we are confident that He will keep us even as He has kept us in all the weeks. The week gone by, He has been there for us. He has protected us. He has edified us. He has inspired us. And He carries us through each day as we go through the week and the months. We are in a new month, and we say we thank Him for how far He has blessed us, how far He has brought us, how far He intends to take us, for His good will and the good plans He has for us. We ask that even as we begin a new study this week and today, He will give us understanding, He will give us utterance, and we are going to be able to edify ourselves with the scriptures that He has given to us to live our lives by, to the glory of His name and for the benefits of our souls. I thank you for always being here with me. If you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe, hit the post notification button, and get notified, as and when we post videos, to the glory of God and for the benefits of our souls. So this week we are beginning a new study that I've titled, "What Does This Scripture Mean?" We are looking at this topic because I believe there are so many scriptures that most of us don't really understand, and we find difficult decoding and breaking down. So we are going to look at some of these scriptures today, and then the whole week. Maybe next week we are going to continue, and then we will try as much as possible to help ourselves, to edify ourselves with the understanding of these scriptures. So the scripture for today, as we want to understand, is Luke chapter 7, verse 31 down to 35. Luke 7, 31 to 35. Scripture says, Jesus continued, "To what may I compare the people living today? They are like children who sit in the marketplace and shout to each other. A wedding song we played for you, the dance you all did scorn, a woeful dirge we chanted too, but then you would not mourn. Because John the Baptist has come, neither eating bread nor drinking wine, yet you say he has a demon. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you say, look, he is a glutton and a drunk, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. Wisdom is vindicated by all her children." Wisdom is vindicated by all her children. Now, what did Jesus mean when He made this statement or this comment? Wisdom is vindicated by her children. Our emphasis, is going to be on this verse number 35, where Jesus said, wisdom is vindicated by her children. We have to first find out who wisdom is, and then we will know who her children are and how they vindicate Him. Let's look at our scripture again in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8. We are trying to understand or find out who wisdom is. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 12 down to 18. Scripture says, "I, wisdom, am related to prudence. I know how to be discreet. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, arrogance, an evil lifestyle, and perverted speech I despise. Counsel belongs to me, along with sound judgment. I am understanding, power belongs to me. Kings reign by me, and rulers dispense justice through me. By me leaders rule, as do noble officials and all who govern justly. I love those who love me, and those who hate me, and those who seek me find me. Wealth and honor accompany me, as do enduring wealth and righteousness." Now, wisdom is giving us a clue of who he or she is. We are seeking to understand who wisdom is, that Jesus says her children vindicate her. Who is wisdom? Who are her children? And how do they vindicate wisdom? In John chapter 6, in John chapter 8. John chapter 8, verse number 56. John 8, verse 56. Jesus said, your father Abraham rejoiced that he will see my day. And he saw it, and he was glad. He saw it, and he was glad. Your father Abraham wanted to see me. He saw me, and he was glad. What does this mean? We are going to be connecting all these scriptures to know who wisdom is as we are seeking to find out. In the chapter 3 of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13, scripture says, how joyful is the man who finds wisdom. The man who finds wisdom becomes joyful, becomes glad. Now, this is Jesus in John chapter 8, verse 56, saying that Abraham sought to see me, to find me. He saw me, he found me, and he was glad, he was joyful. In the chapter 8 of Proverbs, he says, wisdom, is the one that kings rule by. Wisdom is the one that controls wealth, makes kings. Wisdom is the one that, rules. Jesus is the king and the prince of all rulers. So if Jesus says wisdom is vindicated by her children, first and foremost, he is saying that I am wisdom. Even though you people despise me and you call me the friend of tax collectors, you call me a glutton, you call me a drunkard, you call me whatever, you call me all sort of names, I am wisdom. Whatever I am doing is an act of wisdom. But my children are those who are going to vindicate me, not you despising me, not you ridiculing me and making fun of me. My children are those who are going to vindicate me. So who are the children of wisdom then? The children of wisdom, or the children of Jesus Christ, who we have come to know now, that is wisdom as described in Luke 7, verse 35. The children of this wisdom, the children of Jesus, is you and I, who claim to be followers of him, because we all came out of him. That's why the Bible says that the first Adam and the second Adam. The second Adam is Jesus. We come from the second Adam. We are produce of the second Adam, Jesus. So we are the children of Jesus. And Jesus is looking forward to have us vindicate him. In this generation, when everybody seems to despise him, to ridicule him, to ignore him, to care less about him and of him, it will take, and it has to take, those of us, you and I, claiming to be Christians, to vindicate Jesus. How do we vindicate Jesus? Our lifestyles, the way we live, must give people, the second thought that, these people seem serious with their God. The God we are ridiculing, the God we are despising and, rejecting, these people, his children, her children, seem to be serious with him. Could it be that this God is real, this God is true? People will come to this point when they see us, the children of wisdom, and that will vindicate our God. That will vindicate our God. But if we join the wagon, if we join them, as they ridicule our God, we also ridicule. As they make comedy and mockery of our God, we sit there and we laugh, then we do not have, any right to call ourselves the children of wisdom, because wisdom says her children vindicate him or vindicate her. We cannot sit on the fence and fold our hands, or our arms, and watch people We have to be deliberate about how we live, knowing that how we live, directly or indirectly, vindicates our God. Vindicate our God in the eyes of those who despise him, those who disrespect and dishonor him. Jesus says wisdom is vindicated by her children. If Jesus we have come to know today as being wisdom, and we acknowledge that we are his children, then we have to vindicate him. We have a duty to vindicate him. And if we fail at vindicating him, and we allow the world, this generation living today, who care less about him, who have no regard for him, all that they want to do is to live life and be left to do whatever they want to do. They call it enjoying their lives. If we allow them to, in the enjoyment of their life, trespass, to ridicule our God, and we don't prove to them that our God is indeed God, we have failed at vindicating wisdom. Jesus is wisdom. Bible says he who finds wisdom becomes joyful. Jesus says, Abraham found me and he was joyful. Jesus is wisdom. And so Luke 7:35, we have explained today that Jesus is wisdom, and we have to understand that in following him as a child or as children, our role and our job is to vindicate him to the glory of his name and for the benefit of our souls. I thank you for being here with me today. God willing, I'll come to you same time on Wednesday and we will look at another scripture. Have a great week. Bye-bye.